How are we doing?
Great.
There is nothing in life that you see that was not initiated. Are you getting it now? And you may be unaware of it, but you need to understand that some people initiated it on your behalf. You get what I'm trying to say now? Now, there is a time that people are making decisions on our behalf when we're just giving birth to. And it got to a time that in all the decisions that they were making on our behalf, we got to go through a moment of orientation. So some things that we feel is not right is because they told us that it's not right. And it's because we are configured just for us to believe that it's not right. And then there is a moment where you go for training, you go for, consultancy, maybe enrollment in mentorship, enrollment in any conference, where you will now begin to learn, another thing different from what you were already used to. Now, there are two things that have the tendency of happening. Number one is that the tendency of you maintaining the status quo, like as it was, so it is, and so it shall be. Are you getting it now? That you now begin to fight it. People call it tradition. People call it culture. Every tradition, every culture, is being found by human, by people that have blood on their inside. And they don't forget that the culture and the tradition came into being as a result of the knowledge of the person or the group of persons that actually brought about such culture or tradition. And then it also takes boldness to be able to say that from today, this is what it will be, this is what you continue to do in this house and whatever. And another tendency is the tendency of becoming rebellious to things that are not working. You see, the word rebel is not negative depending on how you are using it. Are you getting it? Thank you. Now, all right. Now, it depends on how you are using it. You get it now? Maybe in a lineage, they've already sworn allegiance to poverty. That no matter what, the decision we'll be making is that we will not make decisions that will free us from poverty. So anything they were doing, if you offer them investment, they won't go for it. They will say, no, this thing will give us money and I don't want it. Are you getting it now? It will amaze you that there are people like that, even in our generation. Are you getting it now? Now, such people, they don't dare to make any change. And because you don't want to change what you know, then who you are will remain. You get what I'm trying to say now? Who you are will remain. But there are some people who are there to just become rebellious. That no, my great-great-grandfather said this, my grandfather said this, my father said this, and me too. But those who are actually saying it, do I love the lifestyle they live? No, I don't. And then because I don't, then I need to begin to check some of their belief system. Prayer is not what is actually needed. But the moment you check the belief system, you will know that their belief system is malfunctioning. So the moment you now begin to readjust from the belief system, and then you are not trying to, deviate from what the great-great-great-grandfather are used to, they will say that you are Omo Abami. Are you getting that? Now you begin to be criticized. They begin to talk about you. They begin to say all manner of things, that you are a rebel. That have been looking at it. That this pregnancy is a. You get what I'm trying to say? Why? Because you are trying to deviate from what have kept them in poverty. Are you getting it now? And then the moment you now begin to do that, that means you are beginning to you are beginning another ancestral journey. Ancestors are not all that supernatural in a way. Are you getting it now? They are not that, don't let me use, they are not strange people. They are people with, ideologies that are imposing on generation. Are you getting it now? And the moment you try to challenge such ideology, to change it and begin a fresh journey, then you have carved yourself out to become another ancestor. That this time around will offer better experiences. Now, all these things begin with what you know. You see, if you have read this book, Psychology of Selling, written by Brian Tracy, I've prescribed, is it prescribed now? I've prescribed that times without number. Psychology of Selling. Now, it's written by Brian Tracy. I saw Brian Tracy on TV last week. He's old. God. You see, those people should not go without you getting what you need to get from them. To the extent that he was leaning on something while he was talking. They are old. I'm going to be sincere with you. Very old. Please try and get that book. And then the beginning of that book is that, he joined a company. He was recruited into sales. And then he believed that the normal way salesperson dresses is to dress with tie and all those things, stay in the office and go outside and speak some Queen's English. Are you getting it now? And they now found out that there is this guy, and he will always leave the office, go out for longer hours, and will come back without a paycheck. That means there wasn't sales. Now he does that repeatedly. But there is this guy all of them will be in the office. And this guy will leave the office. We make 1 or 2 calls and the 1 or 2 contacts, blah, blah, blah. And they will leave the office. Within short hours, we come back with checks. Each time he sees check in the hand of that man, he will feel encouraged again. He will go out. You see, most of us, we are actually deceiving ourselves. Of course, we know this truth, that doing what some successful people are doing will make you successful. But you can't get it by you just seeing them going out at 8 a.m. and coming back at 5 p.m. What about the internal activities that they engage in? And I'm not even talking about the activities that came up between the 8 and 9. Before 8 and 9, do you know the buttons and what they have pressed? Do you know what they have infused on their inside? He now said that the next day, he said he will go out again because he saw this man going out for a few hours and coming back with paychecks. The next day he went out again. Are you getting it now? He went out again, and then he went out for several hours. He came back empty-handed. And this man again will go out few hours. He come back with check. He was angry within himself that he needed to ask the man question. You see, we all know that whoever asks question will not miss road, right? Now he asked the man question, and the man actually have to take him through what he does before he goes out. You get what I'm trying to say now? And then you need to understand that there are things that you need to do to prepare yourself before the real market. You see, if you have not won the market on your inside, you can't win the market on the outside. That's just it. So and then how do you win the market? You cannot tell me you have never been rejected before. Are you getting it now? Do you understand me now? But we take the rejection that we witness outside more powerful than the one we have experienced on our inside. Haven't you rejected yourself before? Go on, I cannot do this. It's for those so people. That is rejection. Now, if you have overcome that, the external rejection should be nothing to you. You should just smile that I've gone through it before. I will surpass this. So, because we don't take record of what we have gone through on our inside. You see, the way I'm talking now, the first time they asked me to come and talk, I said, talk is never for me. And then I used to be a stammerer. When a stammerer is not invited to come and speak, I'm not, some people know me when I was stammering. I'm sincere with something to say I'm a boy. I will spend up to 30 seconds, between 30 and 1 minute. Oh my God! Those people that we watch on TV, on films that and will be stretching their neck. It's not that they are acting. That is the way we stammerer used to do.
Especially when you're nervous.
Yeah. And if a stammerer tells you we slap you, don't say me. If you say me, before you feel, me is one syllable. Before you feel it's bars on your, that is it. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? Now that was who I was. Several rejection as a result of me seeing people who are actually speaking to be a kind of angelic. And the difference between you and anyone that is making sales is knowledge, is information. How kitted are you? And the moment you know what they know, because what they are doing is powered by what they know, is powered by knowledge. You know, they are just, maybe it's for us to go out now, to go out by 8 a.m. and come back by 7 p.m. Oh yeah, let's go out. It's not in the going out. It's in what is powering the going out. That's why you see people going out, the same time, but they come back with different experiences. The experience everyone eventually have is at the mercy of what they have infused in themselves. That's just it. So you cannot take training, reading, studying, getting better in this business for granted. You see, that chapter, it happens to be one of the first chapters of that book. I read that chapter, I closed it, I began to meditate, I dropped it. The next time, I read it again. I can't count how many times I read that chapter, because I wanted it to be, to just go down to the foundation of my stubbornness, so that it will dismantle everything and begin to erect its own installation. You get what I'm trying to say here now? You see, training is like you are given 5 days to cut down a tree. Are you getting it now? And then someone immediately he gets the cutlass, we begin to cut down the tree. The first person will expend more energy. But there's another person that will take 4 days to sharpen the cutlass. And now use that the remaining 1 day. Will be cutting down the tree. Will just be like a fun to him. Are you getting what I'm trying to? Both of them will eventually cut down the tree. But the scars of the first one, you can't compare it to the experience of the second one. That is what training does. You get what I'm trying to say now? So I need us to understand this thing. Now, we are talking about sales momentum strategy. Now, 2 weeks ago, we spoke about the first one. Now, we are going to this. And you see, it will amaze you that most of the things that actually bad result, they aren't things we have not had before. We are not just doing it, or we feel like they will not even give the result that we desire. That's just how we view things. And then what we'll be talking about now is something that we've already known, but we have not brought them together. But this time around, I'm going to break them down one after the other. I'm talking about 5 of them. Now, the momentum strategy part 2, but I'm focusing on sales habit. The sales habit now. I'm focusing on sales habit, or let me say sales rituals. Don't let me say habit, let me say rituals. Rituals. That word rituals makes it heavy, right? Please stop saying you don't do ritual. Do you understand? Everybody does ritual. And then what is ritual?
It's an habit. It's something you do
frequently. You do like a routine. Do you understand me now? So everybody does rituals. Do you understand me now? Now, so we also have sales rituals too. So sales rituals. Now, you see, you cannot compare the results you will have, if you cannot compare the result of those who are habitual to those who are not. You get it now? I could remember when we were just coming up in this business, one of our business, and we were not even having a result, some years ago, about 7-8 years ago. And then one of our business mentors we just tell us, he said, don't stop it, because I know what is likely going to be going on in your mind, because you are not getting, especially when you are putting more effort than the result you are having. He said, don't stop. He said, don't stop. When you don't feel like posting, post. He said, always ensure that you keep appearing. You keep appearing. You keep appearing. There was a sale I had, about 2 or 3 months ago. And the sale actually came as a result of constant appearance. This person said that he has been watching us for years. I mean, I'm talking about 4 years, and I'm not talking about 5 years, so more than 5 years. But he has not seen any reason why he needed to patronize. But while he was watching, he was not watching the graph going down. He was watching the graph going up. You get what I'm trying to say now? Every time we're always appearing. We're always appearing. That the day came that he just started chatting me from Facebook Messenger, got my, my WhatsApp number. That same week, he bought half acre and he paid, and he paid outright. And when we were having conversation, he said, I've been watching you, but because there wasn't time for us to make any deal, that's why I didn't even bother to call you. But now that the time has come, are you getting it now? But don't forget that constant appearance. I had, a moment of ritual going through, and that was why we were able to, I was able to be contacted for the deals to fly. So please, even when you don't feel like appearing, still appear. If you don't have any new content, go and fetch the content you posted 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ago. Go and show. Even on TV now, they repeat program.
The prices are different.
No, I'm talking about you now.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the flyer. You go. I think there were some posts. Facebook memory we bring, and you say, this thing is still powerful. You copy it. Don't reshare the memory. Copy it and repost it as if it's still new. I guess it. So you need to constantly appear. Constantly appear. So your constant appearance is like is what will be forming foundation in the mind of some people before they eventually make conclusion on your behalf. And then when they make the conclusion, then they already see you as a go-to person to transact business with whenever it has to do with real estate. That's when they can say that I have known him in that business for so number of years. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now?
Yes.
So some of us have been in this business for 10 years, but the actual year we are actually been in this business is not even up to 2 or 3 years. Why? Because we are just like run away, one leg in, one leg out. If I kick you again, I will grab you. All right. So we are talking about sales ratio now, which is an aspect of sales momentum. I need us to understand that whatever has to do with momentum requires speed, right? And then it's not just about speed; it's also about the stuff you have on your inside. You get it now? That means what you carry on your inside. So if you carry what is good, then there is need for you to speedily, make use of what is good that you have on your inside to get into the face of those who needs it. And then what do I mean by stuff? I mean value, the value you carry. Please, you need to understand that you are not selling land, neither are you selling houses, but you are transacting with value. That's what you are. Are you getting it now? And the business of real estate is as old as the creation itself. And ever since the whole world was created, no land is being added to the land that was originally created. And from them, people have been acquiring and have been sitting on the land. And the more they acquire the land to themselves, the quantity of land we have in this world reduces. And as the quantity of the land, as it reduces, the price go. I was somewhere last week, and then I was talking to some of my friends that we've known from primary school. I said, in those days when we used to come to this area, I said, how much would they be selling land there? Maybe 50 naira. It's 50 naira is even so much. And then she was all looking at me. He said, almost, and not true. And we have that money at that time. But instead of us using the money to buy land, we use it to buy kokoro. We were making use of ourselves that we will buy, we buy beans and banana. We put it together and we'll be eating it. I said, and such money can actually acquire land. Well, we didn't know because we did not have that knowledge that will make us make such decision. Hope you get what I'm trying to say now. So I'm trying to let you know that we see people that make sales. We need to, instead of us just, doing what they are doing, so to say, we need to know what powers what they are doing. It is what powers what they are doing that will make you get the result. You get what I'm trying to say here now? Do you understand it now? Because it is what powers what they are doing that will make you have a connection between you and the person you are prospecting to. I don't know how else I need to say this now. Now, if I say, that man they sell land, see money, me too, I have to have this money, and you are not saying, okay, what does he do? He appears online, okay, he goes out, he comes in, and you go, and you are doing what he is doing. You are posting exactly what he is posting. I can bet it with you. You can't have this kind of experience because you don't have what powers the action. I've said it time to that number that sales is all about transference of interest. It's transference of interest. And if you if your interest is not enough to convince the prospect, even if you have done what you think the other man does, you won't have his kind of experience. Because it is more of the inside than outside. Those that have already known that it's more of the inside than outside, when they see rejection from sales, it won't make any sense to them. They have already known that there are some yeses and there are some no's they need to get before they experience the yes. Are you get what I'm trying to say now? Yes. And in as much as you have already overcome your internal rejection, external rejection will not make sense to you. Do you know one of the facts? And where personally I learned this rejection wasn't even from real estate. There was a time I got admission. There's a guy that never thought that I could even amount to anything at all. When he heard that I got admission to an institution, he said, BC, yeah. I senior him in secondary school. He still wanted me to be calling him brother. I don't know because he was taller then.
Taller than you?
Yes. No, I just became taller. It's not. I used to be. Are you getting it now? Now I'm telling you the truth. There's a time they said I could not. I wanted to establish a tutorial college. They said that I cannot do it. That I should just continue to be teaching per hour everywhere. That was the last time I took my matter to that person till tomorrow. He said, "Why not join? You cannot join this person and be teaching per hour." I said, "Okay," and I went and I did. I started. I used it until I needed to venture into another business. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to let you know that if I ever faced rejection before, the no you are getting in real estate is not different from the ones you have faced. Don't say, "What about if they don't buy?" Is that the first time you'll be rejected? No, now. Are you getting it now? So if you ever overcome such rejection, then you need to know that you have the power that is self-generated on your inside to overcome anything that rejection could bring across you. They are the one, when you appear, they will smile. You're already getting attention. Rejection is attention. We be converted to attention as time goes on. They've already know your money today. That is their cup of tea. But the time is coming. The time is coming that they are the one that will be referring people to you if you have not stopped that business. I've seen someone who rejected that eventually recommended somebody. And then when the person he recommended bought, he too bought. He eventually bought. But initially he rejected the offer. But later, he saw the consistency he recommended. And that person bought. And then he too eventually bought. Can you imagine? So, there is no rejection that is fatal. It's not fatal and it's not final. So, you need some rituals that will envelope you and prepare you for the experiences that you desire. And that's why, this sales momentum is of utmost importance. Because I know, I'm mentioning some rejection, I'm mentioning some things that have the tendency of slowing down your momentum. You need, whatever will affect your momentum, you need to put them aside. And I'll be looking at some things now. Number one, please write it down. Number one, what time of the day are you most active? What time of the day are you most active for prospecting or for whatever you are doing? What time of the day are you most active? You see, you need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. Some people are most active in the night, while some people are most active in the day. You get it now? So you need to observe the time you are most active. But the time you are most active, if you venture into the activity of sales, there's every tendency that you get more results. You get what I'm trying to say now? Now, to some people, the time that they are most active may be in the evening. Now, I'm talking about momentum. Now, whatever will increase your momentum, you need rituals and habits to be able to fuel your momentum, to increase your speed. Some of us, we are not active in the day, we are active at night. So the time you are most active should be the time you bring out the best in your prospecting. Okay, the people you are talking to might have even gone asleep. When they wake up, let it be like it's your message they will see first. So you need to know the time you are most active. So the time you are most active is what you should do, what will actively produce results in your sales venture. You know what I'm trying to say now? Now, as much as we are together, we have different moments that we are most active. I'm going to be sincere with you. Some of us is at night. Some of us is when we sleep early. We wake up at 12 midnight or at 2 a.m. And they will begin to do like that. You get what I'm trying to say? That's some of us. Some of us will prepare in the morning and we execute in the evening. You need to know the time you are most active. Because if you don't know the time you are most active, you may not have enough strength to push through in your sales adventure. Are you getting it now? So you need to know that the time you are most active. Now, number two, describe your ideal daily routine. Now, let me say this to us. Success is not achieved in a day. Success is achieved daily. We need to know that. It is not what you do in a day that brings success. It is what you do on daily basis that eventually brings success. Now, if you believe this statement that success is not achieved in a day, but success, is achieved daily, then you need to also know that your daily responsibility determines your daily experience and outcome. Your daily, I said success is not achieved in a day, success is achieved daily. So that means in this venture, you are not on in a day and off the next day. You need some activities that will be propelling you in this sales journey to ensure that you appear every day. Activities. Now, if you now know that success is not achieved in a day, but success is achieved daily, then your daily responsibility is what determines your daily experience or your daily outcome. And then what is responsibility? Responsibility is the engagement of activity with your ability. I'm going somewhere, please. Just, something can be mathematical. You get what I'm trying to say now? Responsibility is engagement of activity with your ability. Is it not who you are that will confront whatever opposition or challenge you are facing? Are you getting it now? So whatever responsibility you are given is who you are that will confront it. So you can now see that the issue is not in the activity. The issue is the ability you use to respond to the activity. That is where learning comes from. That's where learning comes from. I've seen a consultant that was already about to lose a whole deal. And I see her shedding tears. And thank God I was there. I see her shedding tears. That this deal has already been lost. And these clients were so promising, very, very promising. And you see, I needed to take over. And then, as if it was my own direct sales. We converted the whole thing. So now, you see, all those horrible moments you have gone through, they are not liabilities, they are assets. They are assets. Because there is no rejection in real estate that will be as worse as what I eventually experienced. I need to step out of the whole deal and rebut what is even bigger than what was done there. You see, there is no rejection that will come to your body. Whatever rejection you have faced before. Now, haven't you gone through some things that they say that they want to give 5 people 5,000 naira, and you to raise hand and they did not call you? It's part of rejection. It's equipping you for what is coming ahead. You get what I'm trying to say now? So you need to understand these things so well. You need to get it so well. So it is not the activity that is wrong. It is what? The ability that you are using to respond to the activity that is wrong. I said daily responsibility is engagement of activity with your ability. Are you getting it now? So how you respond to their activity is the same. Prospecting is the same. You know, sometimes when we say that you have to prospect and you have to, is it not this prospecting? Or guy, it's not like that. We get prospect you. So it's not in the prospecting. It's in the ability you have to prospect. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So you can now see that, all these, and then you see, if you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, and then you prospect 10 people, some people will be, they'll be, it's not easy, and they try, they say no to me, it's not the prospect, it's not the activity, it's the ability you use to respond to the stuff. So wisdom now demands that, they say practice perfection. I know that they've changed it now, but what I mean now, I'm not even talking about perfection now. Practice brings progress. Allow me to use that. Are you getting? Yes. Now, if you speak today, I told you the first time I took chalk, I know physics so well, and I was invited to a particular place to come and teach. After when I went to that tutorial career around Yanapaja, the only time I will raise up my hand with chalk on we used to use chalk there. With chalk is when I'm writing on the board. Motion. Newton's law of motion. When I face I'll be looking at the floor. The first law of motion states that, but if I face the board again, the first time I was also given opportunity. I was given 20 minutes to preach. I prepare this big diary. I prepared about I prepared about 7 pages. That this should be able to take out all the 20 hours that they even need, 20 minutes that they will even tell me out of the pulpit. I finished everything in 3 minutes. Everything 3 minutes, and I was I'm telling you, this is the truth. Because sometimes when you are looking at it, you see, is it a kosoro? It's not a kosoro. It is when they give the responsibility that you two will stand there. Say, some of us, you can speak against people when you see them, doing video online. This guy means it too. He wanted to say what? He said don't worry. You two will go online. You will speak. That is where you will know that the thing no be like that. But by reason of consistency, are you getting it now? With your consistency, you'll be getting better and better and better. So that's why I said daily responsibility.
Easy to respond
So you get what I'm trying to say now. So you now know that The activity is not the fault. What you are doing is not the fault. Prospecting is activity. Communication is activity. But what brings out result out of it is your ability to actually do that. So wisdom demands that when you make your prospecting a daily routine, your ritual, you become progressive there. Do you understand, please? Do you understand? So when when you do your daily responsibility well, of course, you begin to have beautiful experiences. For instance, now I want to write some, I have here like sample daily schedule. Let's say from, this is for early riser to 5 p.m. You see, one thing about this routine is that it puts you put yourself in the right perspective. Nobody will just come to you and bump into you and say, Omo, what are you doing now? I don't have anything to do. Yeah, now let's go now. No, because you will not, your sales adventure has already recorded a minus because you are not doing what will make you progressive in that sales adventure. You get what I'm trying to say now? But this daily schedule, this sample of daily schedule will really help you. For instance now, let's say 5:30. Some of us wake up earlier than 5:30. 5:30, wake up time. You wake up, you pray, right? You meditate. Even though some people don't pray, let alone meditation. Now, but let's just say that, you see, when you begin to guide yourself with this, it will help you a lot. You see, when you guide yourself with set of rules, you are already doing what the top 5% of the world population, what they are doing. And don't forget that there is first top 5% and there is 1%. And the global wealth of the whole world, more than 80% happens to be owned by 5% of the world's population. And from this research, I found that they wake up early, regardless of when they slept. Are you getting it now? You see, and I'm going to say something now. I'm going to say something here, but let's continue. Now, 5:30 a.m. they wake up, they pray, they meditate, right? And then 6 a.m. You can change this, so you can, but just let her be sure. Now, you start with affirmation. Some of us here, it's APC, PDP we begin to talk about. You start with affirmation, gratitude, journaling. Gratitude journaling is that listing some things that are favorable to you, right? What you appreciate about yourself, about the environment. Oh, Nigeria is bad, but you still have food to eat. If you see other African countries, you will.
Is the gratitude with journaling?
Yes, gratitude journaling. That is, you begin to list some things that are working right for you. You see, people are saying that things are not working well, right? But if they actually take stock of their lives, they will see that more things are actually working well for them than things that are not working right.
I don't understand. After the affirmation, you take a journal.
Journaling, yes, now.
And you start writing.
You may not even need to write everything. It's not everything you write. Talking about your sales venture now, right? So what success did you record the previous day? So that you will know where to begin from today. I get it now. You see, why we are able to, why we are not, consistent in bearing good report is because we dissociate yesterday from today. And we ought not to do that. We need to set them on how to. And if you know where the last success came from, You don't leave it and say you have. No. You ensure that you join today to yesterday so that the good news can continue. You get what I'm trying to say here now? Now, so you talk about affirmations. You know affirmation? I'm born to win. Regardless of the rejection, I will end in celebration. God bless you. I will make things work. Everything will work to my advantage. Some of us are waiting for those who will prophesy on our life. You are wasting your time. You see, maybe I need to tell you too. The best way to strengthen your affirmation is to stand in front of a mirror. You are making it. You guys, you are pointing to yourself. You get what I'm trying to say now? Speak positively about yourself. Stop looking for. You see, if you have spoken positively to yourself, it will have sunk down within you. So whatever negative things people are saying about you, it does not make sense because they came late. Are you getting it now? Their words came late. So that somebody come in and say, oh, this shori, you came late. You get what I'm trying to say here now? So you need to understand. I'm telling you. You did not get the memo. You get what I'm trying to say now. So you need to say good things about on yourself. Sometimes you lay hands on yourself. Are you getting it now? So don't wait for people to begin to say things. You need to let it be part of your daily schedule. This is where you build the interest to build capacity, or where you build capacity itself. If the Olabisi, I cannot fail. So even if I made attempt and I did not get what I desire, I will try again. Yeah, I keep trying, right? And each time I try, I have better result than my previous trial. So I'm getting better. We need to know how to measure progress. You get what I'm trying to say now? You need to know how to measure progress. You see, don't stop looking at people and start saying that, they have that. Even that which you have, they lack. You too are at an advantage. I am at an advantage. I am at an edge. Are you getting it now? I have a lot of things working for me than what are not working for me. And what are not working for me, they are working for me behind the scene. Are you getting it now? So we need to speak good of ourselves. Some of us, we have gone through serious things that they have spoken hell on our life. That we think that we can become. Sometimes say, forget it. Spell. They call it spell. Spell comes from word. Spelling. Spell. Cancel the spell. Try another spell. Oh, Kamila Ranigari. So you need to understand these things. You need to understand. They say I cannot do this, I cannot do that, but I see myself doing it, and I do double. I'm telling you, it's double I do. You see, it's not about your physical size. It's when they actually come close to you, they will know that you are not where they left you. You are not there. Even though I'm not your enemy, you have gone past where I saw you last. No, I'm not your enemy. I'm part of your share. I share you up now. You know now. Are you getting it now? No, but so I'm not a candidate that will remain stagnant. Speak to yourself. Even if physically things are not working, most of the things. Has anyone seen how plant grows with physical eyes? It's behind the scene. So work is going on behind the scene. If you can't afford something now, don't say I cannot afford it now. Just say that I'm coming back. You go back now. You go back for it. You go back for it. So you see, some of us we will get to a particular situation that we just enter the store and give our words, our children or anybody, give them the MasterCard. Just go and buy. Say, just go and buy. Even the whole store, if they empty the whole store, it's up to 10% of what I have in my card. I'm very wealthy. Oh long. I can speak well of yourself. Talk good of yourself. The beginning of restoration of your life is positive affirmation of yourself. That means I've already seen a picture of the future of yourself. You speak it before it becomes a reality. You talk it. I'm wealthy. Please don't tell anybody. Don't let people know. I'm very, very wealthy. Money na water. You understand it? You need to say it. You need to say it. I see myself moving with entourage. It's not the Beraga. It's because I want road to clear, because I have a lot of things to do on the road, and I don't want people to be closing the road. You know now. It's not pride or arrogance. So. Even if I say don't do it for me, people will do it on my behalf. Are you getting it now? Hope you are saying it's part of affirmation. I'm telling you how to do it. You're already saying it. You get it. It will come to pass. So it is existing already, but I need to bring it into reality. It's already there. TJ. I'm getting it now. I'm wealthy. Say I'm wealthy. I'm a successful sales champion. My products are on sold out level.
My products are on sold out level.
I attract sales. Each time I go out like this, people buy in bulk.
Each time I go out like this, people buy in bulk.
I'm accepted.
I am accepted.
Never to be rejected.
Never to be rejected.
Anyone that says no to me is his loss. It's his loss. So it's his loss. So sometimes we call not because we miss them, but because we don't want them to miss. So because we don't want them to miss, that's why we keep on prospecting. Are you getting it now? So we need to do that affirmation. That's 6 o'clock. And you know, when you do it very early, you are already forming a mindset, a mental block. Are you getting it now? That it will accept what looks like it and reject what does not look like it. That's how to sieve your day out. You get it now? Now let's now go 6:30. Review sales goals plus one more plate. That's why I say you can adjust. You know, it's not a general template, but I'm just giving us how it looks like. So, review sales goals, and you know the sales goals you had yesterday. I'm still going to get to somewhere. You know, the sales goals you had yesterday, then you review it today, and you warm up for leads to generate more leads. Apart from the people you have spoken to, and this is your sales goal, and you have to increase it higher than the previous one, and that is what will make you to go to the street and generate more leads. You get what I'm trying to say now? That is how to keep, the momentum on. Now 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Social media engagement. Social media engagement. Social media engagement. And by engagement, you check your DM, you check your comments, you check your posts, that early, because some people due to different time region, they'll have dropped. Some are early risers, like you. Don't forget what I said, that you can change it. But you see, between 6:30 a.m. and 9 a.m., please, you need to engage your social media. You need to engage your social media. You get it now? Because this is a time where, by metric, this is a time you have more people checking their social media here. Now, by 8 a.m., your top 10 prospects, you call or message. You get it now? Your top 10, you call or message. Now, depending on how you are prospecting, and they make it a routine, like what I said, your top 10 prospects, you call or you message. Then 9:30, follow up on proposal. Now, if you have not done any proposal at all, that means you need to do proposal here. Follow up on proposal and inquiries. You follow up on proposal and inquiries. So you don't just, and if you don't have any lead you are generating here, that means at this moment, you ensure that there is need for you to now look at where to have proposal and to submit your proposal. Because by every means you need to be engaging people, not spirit. You get what I'm trying to say? You need to engage people, because sales is about people, right? So that you transfer your interest to them. So if you don't have more people to transfer your interest to, then that means there is no one to follow up. Then you need to generate lead, so that the next day you have people to follow up. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here now? You see, you always need to do that. And then by 11 a.m., you have to develop new lead generation activity. You know what I just said. If you don't have people to follow up here, what do? You generate new lead. You see, you just need to be out. If you don't want to stop the flow of sales, you always need to generate lead. You always need to have people to talk with. Now, you see, any contact you have from diaspora is an access that has a tendency of opening more doors to you if it is well managed. Are you getting it now? Now, you are here, but you know someone in diaspora. You can continue the communication. Are you getting it now? Now, there was a guy, there's somebody that saw the advert on Facebook. I've always known that person. Now, he stays in UK. He got properties from me. And then, after he got his property, all our flyers, each time I posted it, I do a kind of, I update my WhatsApp status. He will download everything and he will put it on his WhatsApp status. So that the people in his own constituency too, you understand, we also see it. And as they see it, if they ask question, he directed the question to me. You get what I'm trying to say now? So that is expansion. And anyone among them that eventually asks for my number from him, we begin to communicate. So I already have that one again in my contact. And don't forget that that one too also has his own contact. So you need to engage this thing. And if you are short of people to follow up, then that means you have stopped this new degeneration. So you need to keep on with this. This is ritual. Ritual is not easy to, to follow. It's very highly sacrificial. But the dividend is sweet. It will make you forget the sacrifice you have ever. As a matter of fact, you get to the point that the sacrifice becomes fun to you. Are you getting that? Because of the guarantee of the result that is your birth at the end of the day. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say here now. So now at 12 noon now. 12 noon, you need to review your wins. Review wins and take a healthy break. Take a healthy break. Of course, this is just a short break. How do you renew wins? You look at this that you started. You might not be 100% aligned with this, but you know that you are better off than the previous day. And then you are seeing some green light at the end of the day. So you review it so that you don't follow the wrong path for the rest of the day. So wherever you missed it here, in your review here, you correct it before you continue for the rest days. Do you understand now? We're going to continue from here because I have 5 to list. I've only said 2 now. So we have 3 others, but I'll continue from the next stuff. But now listen to this. Let me wrap up with this. Let me wrap up with this. Now, like what I said, you can rebrand this activity. You get it now. Some of us after 5 p.m., this between 5 and 8 p.m. may be a break to some people. That I know one of my business mentors that only work out at night. He doesn't work out during the day. You get what I'm trying to say now? And there are some that is during the day, in the morning that they work out. Some even work out in the afternoon. Have you seen people in gym center in the afternoon before? It depends on how flexible your work style is. It could mean that you are doing something that is different from what you have been doing the whole day. You can watch comedy, you can watch film, you can watch, you can do a whole lot of things. that is different from what you have here. Do you understand? Now listen to this. Let me wrap up with this. Here I say 5:30 prayer, affirmations, gratitude, and here review sales goals and what have you. Now listen. Madam Fumi, we understand this because we were at a conference together last year. Now listen, please. Now listen. Let me tell you. And I still spoke about this thing somewhere yesterday. Now listen. There is what is called day, right? And let's just say the day is divided into morning and what? So when did we actually start the day? We started the day in the morning and end the day. No, the day actually starts here and end here. Are you getting it now? So, but here you don't do physical work here. This is where you do physical work. You know that word I say I must do the work of it that same why it is day. For night cometh when no man. Now, the work that is being referred to is physical work. You cannot say that you want to go and prospect in a better market at 1 a.m. Like in Shebiri. You know what I'm talking about now. But you still work. You get it now. Now, it is the work here, which is like prep for this. This is where work starts from. You don't use the whole of these things to sleep. You use this to plan for this. Some people, this is when they start planning. But those who have planned overnight, right, they start running very early. Are you getting it now? They begin their race very early. And then whatever they have done, they do a kind of auditing, self-auditing here to plan. Now, you see, those who plan here, they are hardly caught unawares here. Because they have planned, they have equipped themselves, they have done everything that needs to be done in such a way that whatever they confront here will not even make sense to them. You don't start work during the day. You start work here. And how do you start work? The real work is mental work. That's the real work. Yes. So you do it here. So we don't write affirmation here. Do affirmation in the evening. Do affirmation also in the morning. Are you getting it now? Because how you slept determines the dream you will have. Oh. If you are hungry and sleep, they will serve you buffet in the dream. Oh. They will serve you buffet in the dream. Oh. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? So you need to do this. Like what I said, don't forget the definition. That your daily responsibility is the activity you engage with your ability. That is what determines the experience. So the problem is the ability. So, and these are ways to develop personal ritual that will make you get better in your ability than to respond. God bless you. I miss you. I'll give you the ability to respond so that you have a better outcome. Do you understand it now? So with this point of mind. Thank you. Thank you.